Key point 1. Be determined no matter the odds stacked against you. Gary Bishop posed the question, do you think your current life situation results from the weight of your actual circumstances, or maybe from the internal conversation that pulls you down? Realizing this fact is a positive step in the right direction to helping you get your spectacular life. If human emotions largely result from thinking, then one may appreciably control one's feeling by controlling one's thoughts. Albert Ellis. No matter how difficult or challenging your circumstance is, your reactions toward them determine greatly how they eventually turn out in your life. Hence, by firmly believing you can pull through, making positive, assertive claims about your circumstance is a way to break free from such challenges. And if you also reinforce such spirit with actions, you will begin to feel much more confident. Stop blaming luck, other people, and outside influence for your situation. If you want a positive change in your life, stop to justify your circumstances. At some point, you will realize that external factors have stopped pressuring you. You will free yourself from their global influence and take responsibility for your actions. From that moment on, you will take the reins of your life into your hands and will not allow anyone or anything to lead you astray. And even if circumstances force you to change your plan, you will cope with the task and will not remain a victim. A circumstance reveals people's true nature. It does not change it. You will learn how to separate yourself from the events around you by using a positive attitude. It will help you overcome difficult circumstances and get the desired results. Key point 2. Time to get ready. It may sound obvious, but you can only do something if you want to and see the point. In other words, it is impossible to pressure you into being willing. But the only way to make remarkable life progress is with willingness. In essence, get a complete hold of your thoughts and liven up the willing mind to make great exploits in life. Use the positive assertion, I am willing to break free from my current circumstance, because it profoundly enlivens you and opens you up to incredible experiences. When you channel an unwilling state correctly, you can ignite resolve and determination to help you surmount your current situation. Stating and facing your unwillingness to change enables you to take a comprehensive assessment of your life. Accept the realities of your life, let go of the judgmental view you have of yourself, and make an effort to begin a change. Be honest about what you like and don't like doing, so you can get clear about your motivation for actions. In essence, both assertions of willingness and unwillingness can be channeled positively depending on the situation. It works like this. When you are motivated to act and understand what result you want to achieve, you focus on a plan to get what you want. At the same time, when you know what you are not ready for, you consciously avoid such tasks and do not move in a direction in which you are not interested. You need to know your desires and dreams and honestly answer the question, are you ready to move toward them? Are you prepared to make an effort? People are often afraid to hear no from themselves, but in reality, they may realize that someone imposed these goals or they have outgrown them. Therefore, the willingness to say no to an unrelated purpose also requires courage. It will also allow you to start searching for what you need as soon as possible. It's time to recognize that most excuses are trying to hide a lack of readiness for change or a fear of failure. But as many know, the first steps are the most challenging but inspiring. Hence, be willing if you ardently desire to begin a new life to success. Key point 3. Every loss is a victory. If you could take one piece of advice for the rest of your life, it would be to never give up after a failure. Every defeat confirms that your life is progressing and you are moving forward. Of course, this assurance may sound like a jeer to you if you didn't succeed during the semester in college, didn't get sponsored for your project, or fell out with your business partner. Although all these events can have good consequences, let's talk about it more precisely. You can interpret any experience differently depending on your perception. Gary Bishop gave an instance of people who fall intensely in love. At the initial stage, everything blossoms. It feels like a foretaste of heaven, but the love may wax cold as time passes until they eventually fall out. Perhaps you didn't see this coming, but even when you lose your relationship, you're winning. You got a new experience, and you develop your feelings. Well, how could a failed relationship be called a win? Not all relationships end in marriage, but that doesn't mean their duration and breakup weren't valuable. They could teach you about self-love, caring for others, and understanding what you want from yourself and your future partner. If you experienced unhealthy communication as a couple, then its end should be celebrated even more. You won because you could stop it, and you will never allow yourself to be treated like this again. Reevaluate your losses and realize the valuable lessons they have taught you. During your winning game, you might feel down and defeated, especially when it seems like nothing is going your way and you realize the struggle is real. Gary Bishop proffers a solution to this, saying you need to change how you view problems and the world. Events have no meaning apart from the one you assign to them. If you reframe the challenges you face in a way that empowers you, your results will be positive. Reanalyze them and realize their consequences by telling yourself, I got this. Put your problems in perspective. This will help you believe you can handle them and help you focus better to see the light. Key point 4. Embrace your uncertainties. Sometimes we face the fear of the uncertain world. But the good news is that uncertainty is where new things happen. Gary Bishop believes that most people seek certainty and avoid uncertainty. He gave some instances, which include, we plan our days, weeks, and months. We know when we can meet with friends and when we will go on vacation. We create shopping and gift lists, so we save money, and there is no room for spontaneity. We dwell in many certainties because we fear the uncertain world. Often these specifics are beneficial, but sometimes they can hinder progress. Our obsession with certainty can be regrettable and ineffective. Uncertainty is where great innovations happen. It is your pathway to opportunities. It is the region where you can grow and experience everything new. Sticking to your comfort or certainty region deters you from moving forward. You need to embrace uncertainty. Chasing certainty is like chasing what does not exist, because you cannot exactly retain it. Nothing in life is certain. We all live and grow in a world of uncertainty. The earlier you realize this fact, the easier it is for you to harness the potential of uncertainty. One reason why many avoid uncertainty is the fear of being judged by others. Let's be honest. Do you think that person in the car who gave you an appraising look will remember you? Or do you want to allow your relatives to decide what is better for you and what you should not do? You will arrive at a turning point if you ignore the idea that people's opinions matter. At the same time, you can sometimes ask for advice from loved ones you trust and know they want the best for you. Explore your world and tell yourself, I embrace uncertainty. No one knows what to expect from the future, but you have every chance to live your life in such a way that later you can say, I could not have imagined such a thing, but it was fantastic. Key point 5. Avoid overthinking and concentrate on your actions. In your journey to success, there will be all kinds of doubting and self-defeating thoughts, but you need to stay focused and relentless if you want to win. Bishop gave an instance of the world-renowned bodybuilder Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was born to a low-income family. To his parents, his desire to study and become an actor was an unattainable dream. Still, Arnold Schwarzenegger stood relentlessly despite all the odds. He believed in himself and was willing to do what it took to bring his dreams to reality. Remember that the internal conversations in your head do not define you. You are defined by what you do. Don't let your thoughts make you doubt yourself and diminish your achievements. You are much better at handling all challenges than you think. In essence, you need to build a relentless stand in doing things. As discussed earlier, the thoughts you groom in your mind predominantly affect your predisposition to life and its entirety. A positive change in your thinking means a positive change in your life. I am not my thoughts. I am what I do. After making this resolve, think back on your huge successes. Great performers and the most successful people have learned to separate feelings from actions. Of course, sometimes they have self-doubt, but they don't let it stop them from achieving their goals. These people succeed in making the doubts work in their favor to get better every day. Why don't we take their actions as an excellent example for the future? Irrespective of how well you try to stay away from negative thoughts, they still come knocking. So, learn to treat your thoughts and your actions independently of each other. You will begin to grow as soon as you gain power over your thoughts. Each subsequent challenge will scare you less and less, which is why significant accomplishments are rare. Many enjoy their comfort zone. Did you know? Arnold Schwarzenegger was the first Austrian bodybuilder to become an A-list actor in the US and to become elected as governor. Key point 6. Expect nothing, accept everything, and live a spectacular life. Some people give too much power to their expectations. They perform tasks and mentally plan what they should get for them. It can happen at work and in romantic and friendly relationships. In other words, they build sandcastles in their heads instead of making proactive decisions that positively impact their situation. Cut out hidden expectations to make a remarkable change in your success journey. Cartoons and fantasy films have trained viewers to believe that wishes can come true through the power of their thoughts. For example, Cinderella wanted to go to the ball so severely that she visualized a fairy godmother, a beautiful dress, and a carriage. There is some truth in this. You must have noticed how sometimes things unexpectedly work as if by magic. But in reality, with our dreams and plans, we're just trying to make it work with other people around us. And usually, one's expectations are sometimes not met in this chaos. The idea of how things should have been or how life should be doesn't create a good sense of living. You gain a better insight into living when you come to terms with life's uncertainty. Do not drown yourself in the counterproductive thoughts of your hidden expectations. Accept your reality and deal with it. Gary Bishop gives more insight, saying when you expect nothing, you're living in the moment. However, you can still make plans, but when you make them, remember that they can change due to external factors. Don't shrink yourself into depressive thoughts of your hidden expectations. Dance to the tune of your plan and move on with life. And if your schedule includes actions in case things don't go according to plan, you'll be a winner. Action may not bring happiness, but there is no happiness without action. Benjamin Disraeli. Remember that you influence many things in your life regardless of external circumstances. So, embrace the potentials within your reach. Make the positive assertion, I expect nothing, and I accept everything. Conclusion. We all long to have a beautiful and spectacular life. Claim your greatness by putting all the positive assertions above into action, relentlessly pursuing your goals, and ultimately succeeding. And then you will become your greatest inspiration for future achievements, and you will also stop worrying about external circumstances. Gary Bishop advises that you take the necessary actions to effect a change and build a life you can be proud of. He suggests that you should stop buying yourself off. Stop blaming your past. Remember the lessons it taught you, and try not to repeat past mistakes. Instead, focus on the present and the future. Don't be afraid to admit that you no longer need certain things, relationships, and responsibilities. Start taking decisions and actions that will propel you forward. Do not regret when some people disappear from your life or when you fail in your work. Remember that each loss might be a victory. Embrace opportunity by taking some simple steps and start doing the things that make you uncomfortable little by little. Get out of that comfort zone and embrace the beautiful options that come with uncertainty. It will teach you to take any experience as a victory, control your thoughts and their influence, and give up empty expectations. From now on, your happy life and bright future depend only on your willingness to act. Take risks, accept new challenges, enjoy the unknown, give thanks for every experience, and be the driver of your inner and outer changes around you. Try this. Do it now. Cut out the self-defeating thoughts. Control your mind. Separate your thoughts from your actions. Drop the worries, excuses, distractions, and hidden expectations. Love the life you live. To avoid doubting the correctness of your path, look for like-minded people and seek advice from mentors. Become a community ready to support members and inspire others to make a difference.